Hello, Wednesday. It's Wednesday again. It's me, Ted, at Skipper Scale Models. Yes, how are you all? Welcome back to the bench on a Wednesday night. I almost forgot that I had to come again because it's been a glorious day today. We've had some friends round because we're allowed to now, but we still had to sit in the garden. But we had afternoon tea in the garden in the sunshine on the 31st of March. Yes, 31st of March, the last day of the month. Tomorrow, another month. It's April already. Yeah, April the 1st and all that. Well, yes, another year has almost gone by. But thank you again, everybody, for coming along and joining me tonight, showing me your support and keeping me going, keeping me wanting to come back and do things. Yes, whatever happens tonight. Yes, we just take it. It all happens on the fly. Nothing's planned. Nothing's ever planned. Nothing's ever professional here. But it's all about the company and the chat and you guys being here. Take it you've probably all been at Chris's chat before mine. I do apologise. I didn't get a chance to get into Chris's chat tonight because having friends round and having afternoon tea and clearing up and things like that. Just by the time I'd had tea, I'd had soup tonight. Homemade soup. Yeah, mushroom soup. Mrs. Ted made it. Brilliant. Yes, so that's where we are. So let's have a look and see who's in before we get on to the important part about what's in the glass and things like that. So let's have a look who's in. Yeah, excuse if you see the little mouse in here, but it's the only way I can get back and see who's in. So Scale Model Muse and Wendy Hickson were the first ones in. They got themselves in really early and got the best seats in the house, got some of the comfy chairs as well, some of the ones that are not too worn out. You know, when you went to the cinema and there was always a few chairs that you knew of because you've been going each week. There's a few chairs that you knew were a bit saggy in the middle where all the cushioning had got flat. Well, Scale Model Muse and Wendy, I think they've cottoned onto that, so that they got in early and pinched the best chairs. Yeah, I do apologise for the condition of the other chairs, but we'll make improvements. Then I was in, followed by Sarah. Good evening, Sarah. Is it Malibu tonight? Yeah, by any chance? Yep, Malibu. Then Athol. Good evening, Athol. Welcome to you. Obviously, yeah, he's already started on his belly and bench because he was telling Sarah that he'd had pizza, was it? Bite-sized pizzas and things like that. I've lost the chat now. But anyway, yes, apparently I'm also on a 50-50 split between prefab buildings and me. So that's it. Wendy, Richard Priesel, and hello, and everybody else. Welcome to you. Sarah Athol, that's where Athol comes in with his belly and bench. What do you have? It's soup, Scotch broth, hiker like soup. I think that's a dog. I think it's a dog or the cat. And then for main course, mini pizzas, bite-sized pizzas, pepperoni topping, and horse-in sauce. Oh, that's quite nice. So then it's me. Bobbins was in. Hi, Bobbins. Welcome to you. Then I did see somebody else further down, Wendy Hickson, Max Models. Max Models, good evening to you. Welcome to Ted's chat. Do not adjust your set because Ted's live. Yes, I am live. Yeah. Hello to all from France. Oh, bonjour. Hello, and things like that. That's about, yes, I do apologise for that, but that's about my French limit. Yeah, it's even sort of more than my German. German. Considering I did like 3 years German at school, then I went to night school, I haven't got a clue. So there we are. Everybody's saying hello to everybody else. Athol asks, Ted, music sounds like Black Sabbath, correct or not? No, it's not Black Sabbath. It's something I picked up off YouTube. When you get when you do your channel and thing, you can go into YouTube, and YouTube actually now provide music, so it's not so easy to sort of scroll through. You just have to click on titles that you think you might like and think, well, will that suit, and then you add them to your stream and your catalogue and things like that. That's where it comes from. So yeah, go along to YouTube and have a look. There's lots of it in there. Scale modelling chaos. Evening, everyone. I feel like I'm in a London flat in the early 70s with Jimi Hendrix with that music. I'm not really a fan of Jimi Hendrix, so I don't know whether I could compare it to Jimi Hendrix or not, but there we go. There we go. This evening I have eaten sirloin steak. Oh, yeah, Mrs. Ted treated me to some sirloin steak last week. It was very nice because she didn't cremate it or anything. It was nicely cooked in a pan with some, I think it was a garlic sauce or something like that. Not too garlicky, so it didn't spoil the taste of the beef. Yeah, it was gorgeous. And we had some pub chips and some green stuff. I think that was vegetables. But yeah, the steak was gorgeous. So if Mrs. Ted, if you're watching this, let's have some more. Sarah Jane, Max Models, yeah, welcome. It's great when everybody else in the chat says hello and welcomes everybody. That's what I like. That's what this is all about. That's what this chat is about. William Rayborn, good evening, Ted. I hope everybody is well. Yes, I hope everybody is well again. Glorious. Have you just come across that word, Ted? Sorry, Sarah, I forgot what I said. Yeah, because that was at least, looking at the clock, at least 8 minutes ago. I've probably forgot now. Wendy Higson, good evening. Yeah, Wendy's scale modeling. Nothing's ever planned. More like nothing's ever built. Yeah, well, that's where my stream differs to Fox. Yeah, he's not in yet, so we could talk about him. Yeah, that's where my stream differs to Fox, because we get things built sometimes. Yeah, I think was it not last Sunday, the Sunday before though, when I was doing some painting of dudes. There was a lot of chat going on. It depends how you lot want to take it. Whether you want to sort of divert me away from building and we'll talk about all things nostalgic and chatty and things old, in the olden days, as the kids say, in the olden days. What did you do in the war, Grandad? Hang on, I wasn't in the war. Yeah, no, were you not in the Gulf War? And then you realise that you used to say that to your Grandad, didn't you? What did you do in the war, Grandad? Yeah, thinking about the Second World War. Now it's our kids are thinking about the Gulf War because it was so long ago now. Yeah, time goes on. Anyway, we won't talk about it. Let's go on. Bones, yeah, everybody's trying the French. And I've just clicked the wrong button and they chat. Yeah, everybody's trying to sweat the French. Especially Matt because he's from France. Bonsoir. I thought I was in for a while, but then had to go walkies with Heike before the temperature dropped like a stone. Right, yeah, must have been Chris's stream. Michael Johnson, hello to you. Edward Leonard, hi to everybody else. Sarah, Scale Modeling Chaos. I liked Chaos comes in and chooses his chair because it's next to the bar, close to the loo, and the cigarette machine is close by. Yeah, but the smoking area is outside. It's a little wooden lean-to that I've built with a bit of with a few scrap pallets and some scrap wrapping off the boxes that the crisps come in. So yeah. Ted Hiker is a wolf hybrid husky dog. Oh right, I know. Yeah, I know the type. Yes. Ted, night school for you means you got up late every day. Yes. That's probably, yes, that's right. Yeah, that would be it. It was when you had to go to the language lab. We still, I don't know, has anybody had the experience of learning languages at the language lab, where the whole class went and sort of sat in these booths with headphones on and a microphone, and you had to do your French, thinking that you nobody else could hear you, but the teacher was listening in, and then it would come through your ears, wouldn't it? So, no, Ted, you pronounce it bonsoir. Yeah, okay, yeah, I get that. Yeah, so yeah, that was what happened at night school. Ted, I'm not a fan of Hendrix. I'm obviously watching the wrong Ted then. Ted, I'm not a fan of Hendrix. Ah, right. Yeah, so you see. Yes, yeah, I wasn't really a fan of Hendrix. Wasn't my sort of style of music. I think I was more about electro pop, that sort of thing. And 80s music, that sort of stuff, but not the poppy stuff. And when it moved into punk towards the 80s and 90s, no, I wasn't into that. It was yeah, but that's where my night school for Ted means going to the pub. Night school for Ted meant going to the pub after night school. That was brilliant, because you had to go, when I was an apprentice, you had to go to night school after work. Whether they get away with doing that these days, I haven't a clue, but that's what used to happen. So you had to go to night school after work. You would do your night school class, and then we would all go to the pub. That was how we learnt our trade. Yes, most of the work was never done in the classroom, but it was just sort of discussed briefly when you got to the pub, and then you just got drunk. So that was it. That's how we ever built high class, high powered, high technology nuclear submarines here in Barrow, I haven't a clue, but that's where we learnt our trade, in the pub. Who else has come in? Smooth's in. Good evening. Cake, scale model chaos, cake. Did somebody say cake? Cake. Yeah. Cake and scones and tea for the afternoon tea. That's what we did. Max Models, Ted. This is Graham M's new account. I live in France, but I'm the boat builder from Scotland. Oh, right, yes. Yeah. I think I get that. Yeah. That's a long boat if you started in Scotland and now in France. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, go through the tunnel. Ted was more Petula Clark. I did like Petula Clark. Downtown. Yeah, was it Petula Clark that used to sing without shoes on? No, that was Sandy Shaw, wasn't it? Yeah, I'm not quite that old, but I do remember it. All Along the Watchtower was his best ever record and the only one I ever bought. Jimi Hendrix, yeah, because I remember the name of All Along the Watchtower. Having a guitar sat in the corner over there, and I do know that Jimi Hendrix was left-handed as well, because he played the guitar the other way up. Yeah, I should have taken on. However, Jimi Hendrix might have been left-handed and played the guitar upside down, he inverted his guitar. However, I'm left-handed, but when I play the guitar, I play it right-handed. Same as when I play cricket. When I play cricket, if I play cricket, I'd hold the cricket bat right-handed. Strange, isn't it? So that explains. That probably explains why I can never get the chords and my fingers won't work, because I'm playing it all wrong. Scale Model Chaos says, I'm doing an apple pie at the weekend and serving it with some whiskey ice cream I made at Christmas. Oh, have you tried ice cream with whiskey poured over it? Try it. Yes, you'll like it. I think it was Angela. No, who was it? Was it Angela Brownbury? What do they call it? Broadcaster does the walks on the telly. She introduced me to that. Whiskey poured over cold ice cream, cold vanilla ice cream. Wonderful. Smooth, Jerry and the Pacemakers. I remember him. And the trousers, the narrow trousers. Yeah, tapered at the bottom. Or watching somebody play golf left-handed is truly strange. Once again, I'd play it right-handed. So it would save a fortune if I ever took up the sport, because I wouldn't have to spend money buying an extortionate priced golf clubs, bag, whatever, sticks. Yeah. Or Max, I got here via 15 years in Australia. So Mac from Australia, from Scotland to Australia to France. Yeah, bit of a world traveller. Or the other way around, France to Australia. Yeah, bit of a world traveller. Yeah, good night, Terry. Thank you very much for popping in. Ted, Tesco is selling Jura for 15-year-old malt for 40 quid up here in Aberdeenshire. Tesco are doing some wonderful deals for whiskey at the moment. If anybody wants to go out and buy any whiskey and you've got a Tesco club card, go and have a look. They're doing, oh cracky, I can't think of its name. They're doing one in a gold box. Oh crack, no, I can't think of its name. Anyway, you can, with your club card, you can get about 30 quid off it. So yeah, so when I've saved up my pocket money, I'm gonna go and get some. Sarah says she's right-handed but plays badminton left-handed. Whoa, right. I don't know how the brain works it out. Yeah, because we think us left-handed people, hands up, left hand up if you're left-handed. In anybody in class left-handed, hands up. Yeah, because the brain works it out and works it out the other way. If you play right-handed, excuse me, especially if you're playing sport, if you play left-handed, the brain's got to react quick enough to get the right hand moving. Well, yeah, some psychologists, yeah. So there we are. Yeah, so that's left-handed. Yeah, sometimes left-handed can be an advantage. Right, so talking of drink and whiskies and things like that, what's in the glass tonight? Well, as you can see, it's not whiskey, and it's not Council Pop, but I thought I'd mix things up a little bit tonight, because I'm on gin. I thought I'd have a little bit of gin tonight because it's been a nice day. I can make gin, a nice long drink with the ice cubes have melted, but I can do some tonic, make it nice and long. So I've got some rhubarb Lakes, the Lake District, Lakes rhubarb gin with just a plain tonic. And it's nice and long, nice and cold, but the ice cubes have melted. Scale Modern Chaos, I'm in that right-handed but left-footed apparently. Most left-footers are left-handed. I don't know, I'm trying to work out what foot I'd kick a ball with. I'm thinking about it. If somebody was to throw a ball at me now, I'd kick it left-footed. But so how does that work? How does the top half work right-handed, but the bottom half works left-footed handed? Did Ted say good night to me? No, I was saying good night to Terry, I think. But yeah, but what I think and what I say are two different things. So remember that. I don't think Fender guitar made a left-handed guitar. That's why Hendrix turned it upside down. It probably did after he turned it upside down. I could play squash and tennis with both hands. Cheating, yes. A bat in each hand doesn't. Yeah, that's cheating. Right, let's have a little drink. Oh, it's really nice, that. Yep, if you're ever in the Lake District, when we allow you to come back to the Lake District, go get some Lakes gin, rhubarb, long drink. Yeah, it's gorgeous. Cool. So yes. Well, Athol's already done his. So what's belly and bench for tonight? What's in the belly and what's on the bench? Yeah, I've made a bit of a pig myself today. As I say, it was cream tea in the afternoon, mushroom soup, homemade mushroom soup, and crispy rolls this evening, and yeah, just been a bit of a pig really. So there we are. Right, let's have a look. If you are out there in Viewerland, and I know you're out there, you, yes, you, I'm talking to you. If you're out there in Viewerland, come and join in the chat. Find around here somewhere, you'll find a little chat icon. If you're on a different platform, just click. If you're on your phone or something, click the YouTube app and it'll take you to YouTube where you can join in the chat. You don't have to stay in chat, just come and say hello, because as I say, I know you're out there, so come and chat and join in. Don't forget, if you want to support me, please do support me by joining in at Patreon, Skipper Scale Models, or you can click the super chat button, which is the little $ down underneath the chat, and you can help subscribe, and I can buy some more stuff to keep entertaining you. That's it. Yes. Max says you're right. He didn't even change the stringing. An amazing talent. I thought he did. I thought he changed all the strings. He just spun the body around and changed the strings, but he didn't. That's a bit I didn't know. He played right-handed guitar. That's why the low string was on the bottom. I never knew that. I thought he changed the strings around too. Scale modelling chaos. Billy, meat feast pizza. Meat feast pizza. Bench 172 Hadley Page Victor and a 137 Mosquito to be primed. Ah, yes. That must be quite a big model, that Mosquito. I do like the Mosquito, the aircraft, because Mosquito Squadron, 63 Squadron and all that. Cracking aircraft. The only thing, did you find that it hasn't got any panel lines? Because that's how it was being built out of wood. It didn't have any panel lines. It was like stretched sprue. So, but yeah. Sarah had spag ball delivered, and then ice cream and a Malibu in the afternoon, and a slice of lemon cake and a nice duff nut. Duff nut? Do you mean duff nut or donut? This evening, not had much. Severe migraine has killed you. Oh, sorry to hear that, Sarah. Hope you get well soon. Hope the migraine goes, and I'm not irritating it too much. Billy, Edward Leonard says, Billy, Jim Bean and beer. That's a good mix. Who was it last week that was recommending Bushmills to me? Bushmills Black. I've seen it. Tesco have got it. It's not on offer yet, but Tesco have got Bushmills Black. So I'm waiting. I'm stalking the aisles, ready for him to drop the price. If he didn't change the strings, how did he make the chords? I've absolutely no idea, Tribune 43. But yes, it must have been a talent. Perhaps maybe he didn't play. There are ways of playing chords or playing the bar chords differently without barring them. I do know there's that way of doing it, but you gotta know what they are. But yeah, it would take some skill to play all the chords upside down, because your brain would have to invert them. Yeah, once again, it's this thing on top of your shoulders in your head, your brain, that works everything out. Mac had a nice steak tonight before the first vaccine tomorrow. It was you that mentioned the Bushmills. Thank you. Yes. Well, go get your first jab. Good luck with it. I hope everything's all right. Yeah, go get your first one. Don't be afraid. Yeah, it's worth it. And yeah, and then Microsoft. You'll when you've had it, you'll find a sudden urge to log into Microsoft products and look at Windows and things like that. And when you see a window, you'll suddenly think Microsoft. No, I'm just kidding. You don't. Size-wise, it's about the same as a 1/72 B17 or Lancaster. You did notice that. It's going to be fun doing a pin wash with no rivet lines. Yeah, that's the only thing about it. There's no panel washing. but you can weather it in other ways. Do some like muck streaks on it, things coming over the trailing edge. You can do some dirt washes and things like that. So it's sort of, yeah, and the engines, particularly at the back of the engines, you can do some oil staining and things like that and brushes down. Tribune 43 had his jab yesterday morning, been sick as his dog all day, like a really bad hangover. Yeah, unfortunately, summer sort of after effects does affect people like that, but it's only short-lived. It's only for 24 hours, but thinking advantages, it could be just for 24 hours, or you might not have the jab and it could go on for weeks. So there you go. Hope you get better soon anyway. Right. Sarah had a jab yesterday and some symptoms last night today. But yeah, so it's all over after 24 hours. Yeah, 24, 36 hours should be all over and you'll be back to normal. I'm fighting fit and everybody getting better and getting out there and doing things. Good. Right, where are we at then? Should we do something or should we just carry on talking? Because I haven't got anything out. I've got the tank out. I still need to get stuff out of the box and work out where we were from last week. I do think that last week I did promise to do something before this week, and I can't remember where it was. I forgot. But we'll catch up. Yeah, we'll catch up. Tribune 43, not morning, was glad to get it done. Yeah, just enjoy, just go get a beer and join in with us tonight. Relax. Wendy Hickson had her jab today. So far so good. Yeah, I've had my first one a few weeks ago now, so I'm waiting for notification of my second one. And yeah, and also this week I've booked, well, not booked a holiday, but paid for the holiday that was cancelled from last year and brought forward to this year for June. I'm going on a narrowboat. Yeah, we're having a narrowboat holiday with some friends. I'm most looking forward to that. We're doing the Kennet and Avon. I think that's the one they call it. We're going from wherever. We're going to do the canal down to Bath and Bristol. So if you're along the towpath, do come and say hi. I'll be the one wearing the skipper's hat, obviously. And yeah, they're looking forward to it. So yeah, life afloat. Yes, that's how it's much. And on that, hopefully, when we can travel, who else has got holidays planned? Have you? Is everybody going anywhere? Holidays. It's like being at the barber's, isn't it? Oh, cutting your hair. Where are you going for your holidays? Been anywhere yet? Going out tonight? Doing anything for your holidays? Yeah. All the questions, yeah, will get repeated on this channel at some time. Being like at the barbers. You out tonight? So the question from the barbers this week is: are you going anywhere on your holidays? So, yeah, you can tell me where you're going on your holidays. While I look for things to do on this tank. Yes, I did last week. I put the tracks on. They're only on temporary. I haven't glued anything together yet. I would just like to see how they fit and whether it rolls, and it does roll. Yeah, if you press down a little bit, the tank rolls, so you can do tanky noises. Let's stick that in there. Then you can go. If that's the noise that Churchill makes, that's accurate. Yeah. Max says jealous. That's the holiday he's longing to do. We'd looked at these holidays many years ago, but they always seemed so expensive. They're quite expensive for what they are. But we're going with some friends, so by the time you divide the cost of the holiday by 4, it doesn't work out that much more than sort of going abroad for a week or whatever, going into a hotel for a week. So, well, we're going to do it. I'm staying at Bletchley by the sea, just waiting for the tide to come in. Oh, Oh, good. It's always, do the bit, try sitting in the chair and doing the bit, hold back tide, stop. Ted, did you say the longboat that got stuck across the canal? Yeah, the evergreen thing? It wasn't ever ready, was it? That's a battery. I can't remember what it was called. It was something like evergreen. Yeah, I did see that. And Farley's propeller, much. The longboat that got stuck across the canal and Farley's propeller, much to the the whole of the Western Canal, the whole of the Shropshire Canal was shut, and Manchester lost sales of pork pies at £3 a day. That was the one. Yeah. People try to turn the longboat round, the narrowboat round, when it's longer than the canal is wide. Somehow physics means it's not going to fit. Scale Chaos is going down to Essex with his daughter to see the Folks at the end of July. Haven't seen him in person since 2019. Yeah, I think there's a lot of that going to happen. It's going to be a long time, I think, before we're back and really rushing abroad on aeroplanes and things like that. So I think there's going to be a lot of staycations, particularly a lot of, after the initial lockdown, of dashing to see friends and family that you haven't seen. Or fortunately we've got video calls, so we can still see people, but it's never the same, is it? Quano's in. Hi Quano man, good evening to you. Hope you're well. So yeah, we are eventually we're just chilling out, kicking back, having a drink, and eventually we'll start work on the Churchill. Steve131 will go to Morecambe to see the mother. When you're over there, give us a wave, because if I look out of my window, if I look out my bedroom window, I can see Morecambe, so I'll give you a wave. Let me know when you're there. I'll give you a wave back. Yeah, got to stand by the pitch. You've got to stand by that statue of Eric Morecambe, by the way, and have your picture taken. Yeah, because everybody does. Right. Right. Yeah. Well, I suppose you'll be wanting your money's worth, or you'll be asking for your money's back if I don't do any building on this. So let's have a look and see where the parts are. Where are the parts? Max, I did the Norfolk Broads years ago with his dad, and the Shannon Canal with Mrs. Matt. Boating holidays are the best. Yes, they are. Boat holidays are fun. Unfortunately, Mrs. Ted isn't quite into boating holidays unless it's a cruise. We do cruises. We've done cruises. Yeah, we've really enjoyed them. They've been fun because you just get pampered. You don't have to do anything. You could just lay on your lounger by the pool, just wave your hand, and somebody comes over and serves you nice long drinks. Very cooling. And yeah, it's just brilliant holidays. Highly recommended. Go on a cruise. Don't wait till you're old. You don't have to wait till you're old to go on a cruise. Go on a cruise. Sarah's done south of France in a canoe, and the British Columbia with the orcas. Oh, that must be good. Frightening, but it must be good. Yeah, let me bend down a little bit under the bench. If I don't come back in a couple of minutes, yeah, call the ambulance, because I'm stuck under the bench. I'll get some bits. Hang on. Bits. I'm back. Yeah, that was a successful exercise. Right, we need B26, B21, B27. Be better if we find the right sprue first. B. Right. Looks like all the parts are going to be on here. What I really need next to my bench is a little stool or something that I can put parts on, so I don't have to put them on the floor. Because I can never reach. We're right. Where are we at? Steve, yeah, just let me know when you're going and I'll wave. Max model. The only boaty holidays I've done is canoeing. Oh, we've done that one. Yeah, I've read that. Yeah, see, even on my stream, I read the chat out twice. Ted, get a Bosch shiny marker pen and write a cruise ship on a rubber dinghy. It's way cheaper. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, a lot cheaper. Yeah, but yeah, where I work, I can go on a cruise wherever I want, because there's I could just hop on a boat and go across Lake Windermere. Brilliant. Oh no, I've got to reach everything. Everything's out of reach, because yeah, I've cleared the bench. I cleared the bench up for the E models. No, I didn't. What happened? Yeah, I did my Sunday stream with the War Hamster with Chris. Then I had to clear the bench and move the camera for E models, and then I've just come back in the workshop after E models. I haven't been in since. I then had to sort out the cameras and everything again, so everything's put away. Right, we'll get there in the end. Right, let's cut a piece off the sprue tonight. We'll cut that piece off. Piece 21. We're going to do I think this is the tank commander's hatch. Which is where? Is that the loader's hatch and that's the commander's hatch? That one to me would look more like the commander's hatch, so this could be the loader's hatch. Right, let's have a look. I'll take Mrs. Ted to the local pond with a finished Titanic and tell her it's a cruise. Okay, done that before. I'm going to the ponds here, but I need a hand to launch this extremely large boat that I've never sailed before. Yeah, we used to do it all the time when it was radio controlled. When I was doing radio control boats. Right, that's that way around. So we need B27. Let's cut a second bit off. That's correct, Ted. So that must be the loader's hatch. That's right. Okay, so we need B27. That's that one. I take it this bit is a little bit of cushioning or something for the loader, so he doesn't bang his head on the hatch. We're leaving these hatches open because we're going to put dudes in them. So, yep. So if it does go quiet, it's because I'm concentrating. I used to work offshore with offshore Dubai, zooming about in Zodiacs, getting instruments that's had an explosive charge built in, and sit back on the mothership. Ah, yes, zooming about in Zodiacs, yes, great fun. Yeah, mine were Zodiacs. Were they Zodiacs? No, mine were a few deltas. Mine were mainly deltas. We did some learning in Zodiacs. They were fun. Little tiller driven Zodiacs. Scoot about, go fast and really manoeuvrable. Turn them on a sixpence. Great fun. Yeah, if anybody give me the option between sort of a 200cc twin outboard rib or a 75 Zodiac, I'd go with the Zodiac because they're brilliant fun. Yeah, a little tiller driven, sit at the back, guess where it's going. That's it. We'll put that one there. Keep an eye on that, don't lose it. YouTube's playing up for me. Refresh it, Steve. Just refresh it. It seems to be going all right at the moment for me. Even chat hasn't sort of jumped yet. He says, fingers crossed. B20. So at least we're going to get 4 parts cut off and glued tonight. B20. We might yeah, I think we said last week we'll probably get this finished this week, and then I can paint it. Haven't quite decided on the colour for it yet. It's going to be green, but I need it to be the right green. Or then we can look at the dudes. Right, now that bit there comes off, and that's not a nub, it's a piece of the part. Sorry, just talking to myself. Yeah. Great, it must be great fun blowing things up and getting paid for it. Yeah. I think I've blown a few things up in my time, but didn't get paid for it. Yeah. Yeah, what's this button do? Don't touch. Never mind. Yeah. Oops. Right, we'll let that one glue. So that appears to be a bit of padding on the loader's hatch. I'm assuming so. That's glued on there. Get that little bit of nub off. Because we don't like nubs, do we not? Scale said I wouldn't mind speeding around in a rigid raider. Yeah, have a look. Yeah, I am actually on a video. I probably told you if you haven't been if you've been following me for a long time. I'm actually on a video. We've done a video, and I narrate it for Cumbria Police. If you have a look up on YouTube, not now. Hang on a minute. Don't go anywhere. Yeah. Have a look on YouTube for Cumbria Police Marine Unit, and you'll come up and you'll find me on a rib. Yeah, it's great fun. I think that was probably my first ever YouTube video. Even before I knew all about this. But yeah, it was a training video just done for the police. It's a bit of a PR thing to show what we do. But yeah, go on, yeah, make a note of it. Cumbria Police Marine Unit, and then you can let me know you've seen it next week. But it's fun. Yeah, you can see where I work. Well, you can see where I live really, because I still live around the area that it was filmed in. It was filmed in the channel in Barrow Harbour, off Peel Island, a historical island just off the south coast of Barrow. So you can see that. And we do some. Yes, there is some training where we took part in some training on Lake Windermere. Yeah, so have a look, see if you can spot me. I know I do most of the narration because I did most of the filming, but yes, but I do feature. I'm just trying to get this hatch so it looks right, and it looks straight, and it looks like it's not going to fall off. That's better. Ted hasn't noticed. What haven't noticed? Yeah. Yeah, if I haven't noticed, quite a, yeah, as chat's moved on. Oh, Quana's boinging up and down. Yes, sit still at the back. I wonder what the noise was. I just couldn't see with the lights being dimmed. Yes. So sit down and behave yourself. Stop boinging. Boinging is not allowed during broadcast. Yeah. So, yeah. It's like when you get on an airplane, sit down, fasten your seatbelts, no smoking, the lights come on. And there's a third one in here, no boinging. Just had a thought there. Going back to playing guitars, it's when you're a modeler that you find you can get your fingers doing all sorts of things and getting into weird sort of shapes to hold pieces on while you glue them, but you can't get them to form chords in the guitar. It doesn't work. Like just simple things like trying to hold this hole on. You've got this hatch. You've got to hold the turret in the thumb and third finger. Then you hold the hatch in the right position with your first finger. Then you apply glue. So yeah, there must be a chord in there somewhere. There we go. So that, I think, is about right. Yes, there we go. Right, what else? We need to glue other things on now. B25. No, that's not it. That's a hammer. B25. There we are. It looks like. I don't know what it looks like. This looks like a piece of aerial. Goes in there. So that's it. We've glued 5 parts on tonight. Now, yeah, that could be all if you want. Oh, yeah, Scale Modelling Chaos has been. There's a photo of me in that video in the last 10 seconds. I didn't give myself enough screen. I didn't edit. Yes, fortunately, I didn't edit it. The guys at the sort of scenes of crime type thingy, they did the editing because I didn't know anything about editing then. But yes, that was me. And that was also me when you see the tiny ship, this orange ship, when you see the tiny rib escorting the huge warship, that's me as well. Yeah. And I'm also there, but you just see the back of my head when we're on Windermere. I've got like the baseball cap type thing on. That's me too. So cool. But yeah, I hope you liked it. Yeah, did you see the bit where the rib comes out of the water? Yeah, great fun. We used to have great fun because the channel is nice and shallow. It gets really choppy sea. So when you get even the slightest sort of a breeze, it becomes really choppy, and it's brilliant for riding ribs about because you can jump waves. Yeah, you can jump from one wave and land on the other one. Just try and get comfy. Right, where else were we? We need some more gluey bits on yet. Oh, we've done them. We've done that. We've done that. We need to do that one. C6. We've that one. Yes. So we have a look. Oh no, I've got to lean down here for another part. Another bit of the sprue. Speed. High speed. Yeah. Welcome to Ted. Sort of trying to build. Oh, that was a good. Yeah, that was. It's me trying to glue some things on this Churchill tank in enough time that I can finish it this week and get it sprayed and look at paint and things next week. We hope. So, where did that go? That goes on there next. Which way around does it go? That way. Flat edge to the front. Yeah. Oh, nearly lost it then. There's a little bit of a nub to come off the front just to clean it up a little bit. So there we are. So did we have any more volunteers here? Did we not volunteers? Do we have anybody else in the chat who's left-handed then? Because all the best people are. Yeah, a sign of intelligence is there. So yeah. There we go again. Contorting these fingers to get whole parts on while we glue them. Yeah, that's that bit done. So Spid, where have you been? What took you so long? Did you not get the notification? Click on the bell. Click on the bell down here. Get the notification of when we go live. Something missing there. Let's see if we can see where it is. No, it appears not. Ah, right. There's two aerials to make. There's two antennas to make. Yeah, stretching sprue and things like that. But we don't want to do that. They have to go in. Right, we can stick the boomstick in now. So we know this fits. Got to keep it straight. Just like the glue off, because not worse than having a droopy boomstick, is there? Spid's getting the dings, but he's got the lurgy too, so alright, you're excused. Yeah, however, you can just run the stream back to the start at the end of the show and catch up for the bits you missed, because I could ask questions next week. So yeah, but get well soon anyway. Yeah, somebody said last week, this gun does look really tiny for such a big tank, doesn't it? It looks all tank and no gun, and that's not what tank's about. It should be all gun, no tank. So that's that one. I won't put the coax gun in just yet because there's a fair snappity chance. Where else? We've done that then. We've done all them. We need that one. B24 is this sprue. B24. Just badly, yeah, the part's moulded okay, just the number isn't. Oh, where? It was a 17-pounder, which was fairly big gun. It's just the hull was so long it looks odd. Yeah, it does. It actually looks sometimes. Yeah, it looks like it's got a huge engine compartment. Look, the back of it looks huge. It's probably what the engine was in. Probably a little bus engine, which would be about that big, and all the rest of it is huge. Like some modern cars, you open the bonnet and you think, where's the engine at? Oh, it's down there somewhere. Yeah, because it's all bodywork, no engine. Yeah, but it is. It is, isn't it? It's a big tank with a tiny gun. Yeah. Yeah. Bit of tank envy when it saw some of its yeah. So, but it saw some of its the members of the regiments. Quick, there's a Sherman coming. Let's hide. I think we mentioned it when we did a little review just at the start. Wasn't it a Churchill that took the Tiger tank at Bovington when it took the Tiger, the 131? Wasn't it a Churchill tank that took that out, that crippled that? So, yeah, there's a bit of punch there. East Idaho, 6-pounder, is it not? I don't know. It would probably tell me if I read the instructions, if I read the details on it. Read, Churchill, June 1941, Churchill tank, jabba jabba jabba. Mark II, Mark 7, readily different from early models. The armour thickness was increased from 102 to 152. Consequently, the weight augmented to 40 ton. Top speed 18. Went from 18 to 13 miles an hour. The powerful 75mm gun was adopted as the main armament, etc. Full stop. Then it goes into German. I won't attempt the German. Scale Muse, alright, time for work. See you tomorrow. Yeah, good luck. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Scale Mod Muse. See you next week. Yeah, don't forget it's bank holiday, so we're not around on Monday. We're having a night off from E-models. We never tell Pete, we just don't turn up. Yeah. Well, drop that bit so that bit can go back in there. If I get it in the light I can see what I'm doing. That's better. And you can see what I'm doing too. Sorry, it's a £6. I got mixed up with a Black Prince, which they were trying to put £70 on. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, no need to apologise, I don't know. Yeah, or thanks for it. Scale, yeah. No, I don't know either. I just build them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm also one that's I'm not particularly how can I say it? I'm not particularly one for being precise about detail. I'll make the detail changes if they're really obvious, or I have done some research. I want to build a particular model of something. I'll do my research and change things then. But when it comes to kits like this good old Tamiya, I do know, yeah, I do know that there are things wrong with this kit, because I've read the bump and all the stuff written by rivet counters and such. But I'm not that fussed. Nobody else will ever know, because it's not going anywhere. Scale Muse says modelling chaos. I'll have to watch Line of Duty on Monday and then make up for no e-models. Yeah, or you can just run back a previous week's e-models. Then you could just sleep in front of it, because you know what happens. Yeah, no spoilers. Max says, how small is the world? I'm having a small glass of white from Point d'Arc. I'm having a gin from the lakes. And Speed says, we'll all know. Yeah, but you're all friends. Yes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what a build you got when you lot are watching, because we all know. Yeah, I don't think any of us in here are rivet counters. Well, I hope not. Yes. We build for the fun and because we enjoy it. If we didn't enjoy it, we wouldn't come back each week, would we? No. Right. Yeah, lots of chatting going on tonight. So I'm desperate that I will get this finished for tonight and have it sprayed for some time next week. Because I've not got e-models, I could actually do some building. Might, probably not. I'll have a night off. So these go on here somewhere. I think these are let's try them. I think these are fire extinguishers. In fact, I'm sure they're fire extinguishers. There. Did you see that? Did you see that expert work there with the tweezers? How I didn't fire anything across the bench. There, but there's another part to go on yet. And another one on the other side. I thought that bit was moving. Yes, the tank basket is moving. It's not glued on properly. Horror of horrors. Be no good if your tank basket drops off, would it? yeah, not that it should worry you too much if your tank basket's loose, because you're not going to be handling it much. Maybe not. It's not like the days when we were kids and we used to build models and actually play with them. You build your model with your home rule paints and your stringy glue and things like that, and then you won't bother painting them. You just get your Airfix, soldiers out and have a battle in the garden. We've all been there, admit it. Right, another bit, expertly handled by the tweezers. Located in there, and without losing another bit. 2 successes in one evening. Maybe go up a little bit. And just touch some glue in. Were the, yeah, that's a point for you experts, were the fire extinguishers, which I assume these are fire extinguishers, were the fire extinguishers painted the same colour as the tank? The boys I played with used to roll marbles at the soldiers and tanks. That was one way of doing it. Another way was an air gun or a spud gun. Yeah, remember the spud guns? Yeah, the spud guns used to compress the barrel, push it into a potato, and yeah, brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, must have had every boy must have had a spud gun, or if they had an air gun, it was probably a gat pistol. Yeah, I don't know why they ever stopped kids playing with them, because they couldn't harm a fly. Yeah, the gat gun, couldn't it? Yeah, if you were lucky to hit anything, it couldn't harm anyone. Remember being a kid when I did have an air pistol once, and I think I remember recounted this story before, but I had an air pistol, and that's it. And I was only a kid, but I was sat at the back kitchen door, and I'd loaded it all up. I was just looking around and sort of looking for targets and things to shoot at, when a little bird landed in a tree in front of me. So I thought, oh, excellent target, a real first kill. However, I took aim. It was, bear in mind, it was just a pistol. I took aim at this little bird, and yeah, I had it right in my sights, and I had it right in my sights, and off it went. So the air pellet left the gun, wound its way to this bird, and poof, hit it square on in the chest. All that happened was the bird looked a little bit disgruntled, ruffled its wings, and flew off, because the air gun was so unpowerful. There was no power in the air gun. But however, on hitting this bird, I was so mortified that I could have injured this tiny sort of helpless creature, that I sort of didn't want to play with it anymore. Oh, yeah, I was so horrified that I'd hit this tiny bird. So thankfully it flew off. Yeah, but later on in life, I become a police firearms officer. So yeah, think about it. Tank fire engines were cream in colour. Thanks, Athol. Oh wow, the spud guns, I remember those. I slapped many a boy shooting at me. Yes, the spud gun. Yeah, girls, spud guns. Yeah, get the girls. Yeah, if you wasn't firing, yeah, if you weren't firing at soldiers, you were firing at the girls. How many models did you set fire to, then chuck them out of a highish window? Yeah, you used to do that with your model airplanes, didn't you? They would shut, especially the Germans. You'd a bit of tissue in the back, or a bit of cotton wool, set fire to it, and then chuck it out the top window. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, and you wonder why these airplanes that you made, they were streamlined, they were meant to fly, but never did. So so think about it. Yeah, airplanes that would never fly. Yeah, granted the real things had huge propellers on the front of them, but even then they didn't fly. Oh yeah, when the engine cut out, you would see them gliding towards the ground, but you chuck a model Spitfire out of the top window of your bedroom. They didn't fly, they just went. You don't muck about with spuds. Swedes are a bit harder. I never thought that. Yeah, we never discovered Swedes until later in life. We were just given spuds. You were using a 177, pretty harmless. It probably was a 177, a 177 air pistol. Yes. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, Reagan from the Sweeney. Yeah, bottle of whiskey in the dry. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, probably at that age, I was probably actually, yes, really watching the Sweeney on the telly. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, why did they have 177 air pistols? They were pretty useless, weren't they? Lord Barclay says he had a farmer's field nearby. That's how that's where he got the Swedes from. And probably the Swede lasted longer as well, the potato, because there was more of it. Yeah, obviously, yes. More ammunition. Good job we never came face to face in a shootout then, wasn't it, Lord Barclay? I would have been out of ammunition far before you. That's that bit done. That's that bit done. That's that bit done. Need right. We need a B5. We need some. Put that on there. We need some shackles. B5. There's 3 of these, so the one must go somewhere else. It didn't work with onions. Oh, right. Oh, yes. Dudley, Garage Door might disagree with how much damage a 177 could do. Yeah, but mine didn't do any damage at all. I think I even fashioned a stock out of it because it had in the end of the gun. At the end of the gun, there was a little like screw thread, and I fashioned a stock out of it for a bit of bent wire, quite substantial wire, that you could hold it into your shoulder, and it didn't make any difference. Yeah. So any wildlife, yeah, despite maybe getting beaten up a little bit, was coming to no harm around my land because it could just fly away. I'm just trying to get this. Yeah, just goes in there. The oops, wobbly cam. The swivel just clips over. Sorry, the shackle just slips over the end, and it just free to swivel. That's what I meant. Kids today will never know the fun we had as kids with simple things. Yes, and nobody came to any harm. We used to make go-karts, bogies, trolleys, whatever you want to call them. We used to make them out of old prams and a scaffold plank, and take them in the park and hair down the hill at stupid speeds, fall off them, laugh, get back up, get on it again. Yes, they don't know what they're missing. I'm sure even in Canada or wherever you live in, or wherever you're watching this from, even then you must have had you must have made trolleys, go-karts, whatever, and nearly killed yourself on them, because that's what we do. Yeah, some of the speeds. Yeah, they think this Red Bull thing's something new, but we were going down hills much faster, much before they ever thought of the Red Bull challenge. So that's that done. That's that done. Right, I think I've got all of this done now. So we can turn over. And then, after this bit, got dudes to build. But, right, yeah, it does say here, as I mentioned before, it mentions about bending some sprue and making antennas. However, I'm not going to do that, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down when the wife's in bed or something, or asleep, or she goes out. I'm going to find the kitchen broom and I'm going to pinch a few hairs out of it and use that as the antenna. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But in the meantime, B14. That's these bits. Two sides. I think these must be the air intakes, the sort of protection for the cowl. I'm sure that there will be somewhere. There will probably be 4-inch parts available for these. Oh, yeah, pram wheels making a skateboard from... Yeah, we didn't have skateboards. Skateboards weren't a thing when I was a kid. We just had roller skates, the sort that you sort of tied to the bottom of your shoes. None of these fancy boots with wheels on. It was roller skates, just like a framework. You just bolted to your bottom of your shoes and away you went. Yeah, none of these. Yeah, there was no skateboards then. We didn't know. Yeah, we'd never heard of a skateboard. Oh, I remember making bogies with pram wheels. Yeah, bogies. Another name for them. Bogies. Although I think kids of today, pram wheels will probably be in short supply, because parents have these like buggies now, don't they? And they have these plastic sort of moulded in wheels and things like that. So I think building a bogie or a go-kart today must be a little bit more of a challenge, because you need to get the right wheels. Pram wheels were what you needed. Oh. William said he had a 177 that used to hunt squirrels. 5 pumps. Was like a 2LR. Yeah, my pistol though, it was just a brake barrel. You couldn't pump it or anything. Brake barrel, pellet in, click shut. That was it. I think that's what it sounded like actually. It wasn't any kick on it or anything. Athel's off. It's meds and coffee time. So good night, Athel. Thank you for coming in. Bye. See you next week. Pram wheels, making a skateboard from roller skates, a piece of wood. Yeah, roller skates. Yeah, you pinch your sister's roller skates, but yeah, they sort of. You could try. You probably pinch your sister's roller skates just for the sake of pinching them anyway. Now I'm thinking, yes, that does go on there. I'm not too sure on this bit. I'll have to look at the box art and just check that these are going on in the right place, if at all, if I need them at all. Let's have a look at, let's just hold that there a minute and look at the box art. So much fun was had, definitely. Ted, I wrote skateboards made from roller skates as skateboards weren't around. No, they certainly weren't around. Yeah, my mates, were ahead of the time. I guess. Yeah, I don't think we'd even thought. Now then, this bit here isn't shown on the Ben Nevis, so I'm going to take it off. Because it's not even shown on the box art, the Ben Nevis, and I don't think I need it, so I'm going to leave it off. So these, what would be air intakes, covers, yeah, it's not shown on there, so I'm going to leave it off. So that must be, these must be for another version. So I'll keep them in the box until I know otherwise. Where else are we? Right. I know what we did forget. We left them off right at the start because of possible breakages. That's where the other shackle comes in. It's on the front llama. So we want a C5. Oh, it's there. So we want a B5. So that's that one. The third and final shackle. Quite know. I tried to fit the wiring for his nuclear reactor. Ooh, yeah, for your DeLorean. Have some drink. Leave it for tonight. I'll go and have a drink. Yeah, we're all to talk about bogies and go-karts. The amount of crashes and cut arms and legs, brilliant. Yes, you weren't a kid. You weren't a kid unless you developed a scar by the age of 10. Yeah, if you didn't have a scar that you could show your mates before the age of 10, you were nobody. Yeah, if you couldn't discuss with somebody in the dinner queue how fast you were going when you obtained said scar, yeah, just worth talking to. Oh. Bogies were amazing. 2 big wheels at the front, at the back 2 smaller in the front. Rope for steering, wood blocks for brakes if you were cowardly. Brakes? Yeah, we didn't need brakes. Yeah, we were hard. Yep. Yeah, that's what shoes are for. That's why you used to go home after a couple of hours go-karting. You'd go home with holes in the bottom of your shoes. Yeah, and you get a slap round the ear. Our favourite memory of childhood was Hooky holding the record for braving the highest ramp on a bicycle, related by the brick height. Yes, and did you get your mates to lie under the ramp? Did you work out how far you could jump by how many mates you had lying under the ramp? Things we had to do. Yeah, it was all part of growing up. It was a 10 brick. Sadly, our building skills weren't the best and it collapsed. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, when you pile bricks up, when you get to about 10 bricks high, wobbly. Makes Rally Grifter XL pre-BMX. I remember the Grifters. Yes, once again, there was no such thing at our age as BMXs. Yeah, there was the chopper that had just come out. I never had a chopper. I always had a racing bike with the the drop handlebars. That was mine. I never had a chopper. How many pairs of shoes did you go through trying to stop? Yes. Yeah. All talking about scars. Yeah. Swap scar stories. This comes off here. Yes, because we need to do that. I won't do that yet. We'll leave it on for now. But we need to glue C7, C8. We need to glue some headlights in. This time I'll try not to mess up and forget the numbers as I cut them off. C7, C8. 10 brick single stack. Yeah, 10 brick. Oh, a 10 bricker. Yep. Was there a crowd gathering, Spid, to see this great feat? Did word get around the street? Hey, he's gonna do a 10 brick. I feel the tension building up as you got ready to do the death. Oh, I've just dropped the headlight. There it is. Yep. Feel the tension building as you were about to do your death-defying feat. Everybody watching. Yeah. No phones are out. The only time the time that you knew you had to be in was when street lights came on. Yeah. Oh. I think I need some finer tweezers. I'm going to lose this bit. If I lose this headlight, it's going to come down to some damage in the field. There we go, he's in. Just keep it straight. Right, let's let that one dry a little bit. And then we can get the next one on, and it will be about time to finish, because we'll have timed it right, and we should have the whole of the tank finished. Apart from, I haven't glued the exhaust on yet, because that's what I was going to do from last week. I was going to paint the exhaust, wasn't I? But I never. So we'll do that next week. For next week. because I'm certainly going to have to get this primed and have a look at it for any blemishes or seams that want to come off. Oh, that's not going to go in there because I've just looked at it and yeah, the whole of the fitting has got a little web around it where the plastic has leaked out of the mould, and I've just lost it. It's in here somewhere. Hang on. Oh, what a time to lose a bit. Just the very last bit to glue on, and I've lost it. Hang on. Oh, hang on. Nope, that's not it. Ah, found it. A tiny, tiny bit. So I just need to carve this off because I don't think I could get it with the sanding stick. Just need to scrape that thin film of plastic off. Yeah, Mac's quite right. I think that our generation was probably the last generation that did know how to enjoy themselves. Yeah, we still had to go out, make our own entertainment. 4 channels on the telly. Yeah, you had to go out and just make sure you were back in time before the street lights came on. And as long as the police didn't follow you home, everybody was happy. Oh, this bit is really fighting me now. Dropped inside the tank. Every time I drop a part, I'm supposed to take a drink. Yeah, there's not like, yeah, go on then. Now it's somewhere inside the tank. I can hear it. There, it's out. Ugh. Swearing, I won't be. Yeah, I won't do swearing on my stream. I'll wait till you've gone before I do that. I don't want to grip it too hard in the tweezers because it's a sort of shape that will fly across the bench, and we were doing so well with tweezers before. Now I heard that land. Oh, it's in the tank again. The hull's going to have to come off. There we go. No, the bit's not in there. Right, I'll have to concede. I've lost a bit. So I'll have to find it and glue it on. It's on the bench somewhere, I know it is. Ah, there it is. Last time before we go. Ted, do I make any of my own add-ons like sheets, ammo boxes or anything? I have done. I have a box of sort of spare bits, spare ammo boxes and things like that, which I might add to it. I think I will probably add to it. Maybe put some sort of some supplies on the back. I could even it's quite a good idea that I could even put some on and then cover them with a sheet and do a bit of weathering on that. But yeah, things like this, I'll probably have some like jerry cans and things around. There is some in the kit, but you can always add extras to it. Now, I probably see now why these should have been added right at the start, so yeah, but I think they're in. There we are. I think it's in. It is in now. It's definitely in. So there. Good. There. That goes on there like that. No, it doesn't. It goes the other way around. That goes on there like that. That goes on there, something like that, and really it's basically finished. Right, let's have a look through chat before we wind up for the evening. Mayhem Model Works, good evening to you. Yes, but we're just about finished, but welcome anyway. Yes, welcome to Do Not Adjust Your Set, Ted's Live. Yeah, skipper scale models, super chat, everything like that. Yeah. Go back to the front and read all the bits and pieces. But yes, welcome. Right, Ted's about to swear. Almost, Sarah, almost. I was swearing in my head, but it wasn't coming out of the mouth words. But there we are. Picking up part of for like it was like asking for trouble. It did. I lost it a number of times, but I fought it and won. But there we go. Right, so Peter refitted his before attaching the hull. Yes, I had to take the hull off in the end and it went on a little bit easier, but I certainly see, I thought I'd leave them off. I thought I'd be smart and leave them off so they didn't get snapped off, but it's probably a bad idea. But anyway, we fought and we won. When a bruise is a badge of honour and not an excuse to blame the council. Spot on. Yes, that's the way. Yes, if you didn't grow up with bruises, scars, cuts, broken bones, living in muddy puddles, you ain't lived. Well, it's time for an early night, says Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. Yeah, we're going to wrap up now. Thank you very much for joining us. Does anybody remember, I think you mean Meccano? Yes, I certainly remember Meccano. Built lots of things with it. Yeah, but yeah, well, we must remember, we must talk about Meccano next week. Reminders, Michael. Come back next week, we'll talk about Meccano, because yeah, if we started talking about it now, we're probably still here at midnight, and I'll get to the end of the gin. So yeah, that and Lego. Hope the migraine goes. Have you? Yeah, thank you. Yep. Right. Anyway, yes, we've got to the end of the chat. I think I've caught up. Yeah, I think we're done for tonight, and I think that is the Churchill MKVII complete, apart from a few fittings that we've got to do, such as shovels and fittings on the hull, tow ropes, and things that can go on separately after we've painted the hull. But for now, I think we can call that done. So if I remember, between now and next week, I'll go and get it at least primed. We can have a look then at doing well, yeah, if I'll get it at least primed. Hopefully I'll get it base coated. I think I might have to put an order into E-Models to get some proper paints for it, the right colour green, because I've got every other colour of green, but the one I need for this I ain't got. So then after that we'll do some weathering. We've got the dudes to build yet, obviously, and the farmer and his little cart. So we've got them to do. So there's a bit more life left in the build yet, and then after this, I did say I hope that I might be able to continue and get on and do some diorama work with it. To be look, yeah, we'll have a think about that. But anyway, we'll leave it for tonight. But thank you ever so much, everybody, for coming along and joining in. It's been great tonight. Usual crowd. Nice to see some new faces as well. And if you have been watching, do come in next time. Come back next time. Tick a little notification bell so you know when I'm streaming, because you never know, there might be an extra stream sometime. But don't forget, if you want to join in, go and see us at Patreon. For £1 a month, you can see some extra bits and pieces. And I'm going to do some extra bits as well. Now that the weather's picking up outside, I'll be doing some Patreon type stuff that might not be model related, but it might show you what I do at work and things like that, and other bits and pieces that I do when I'm not at the bench. But anyway, in the meantime, I'll leave you for this week. Thank you ever so much for coming in. We'll see you all next week. Don't forget, we're not around on Monday, but Chris is around Sunday for Warhamster. And until then, I'll see you next Wednesday, if not before. So that's all for now. Good night, everybody. Good night. Bye.